handling the streaming for some reason, and I just cannot figure it out for the life of me. Yeah, I'm using OBS right now. I use it on the laptop and it works fine. So it's not OBS. It has something to do with my computer being able to cache more than 20 minutes worth of video or something. So who knows what the problem is. But tomorrow I really want to solve the P.O. Box mystery and see what's happening there, and I gotta get that sorted out by Friday, because if I don't get it by Friday, then post office is closed, or I'm gonna be gone for the next 2 days after that. And if you guys have sent anything, like, I want to be able to tell you guys to stop sending things if it's not getting to me. And I can't imagine what part of that address I could have gotten wrong if I posted the wrong address, but like the number is right. I go and check that number every day, and there's just nothing in there. There's no notices. I'm not getting any notices here. I don't know if they just want me to like call them every once in a while and say like, hey, are you holding packages for this number P.O. box or what? But you think I'm going to get another package later tonight? I don't even think that's possible. ZMR, do you know who would be delivering it, whether it's UPS or On Track? Because I don't know anyone who would deliver past 7 p.m. Are we still doing a stream tomorrow? Yes, we're still doing a stream tomorrow. So I'm going to get up, I'm going to eat, I'm going to go to the post office, straighten out my P.O. box stuff, and then as soon as I get back by noon, we'll start another stream. No. The only USPS thing that came in... Oh, if I receive... no, the only USPS thing that came in today was the toolbox. I might get something tomorrow, maybe. Alright, cool. Well, I'm happy I'm going to be getting stuff, so many things. But I'm just like, I'm so disappointed that the P.O. box isn't more of an expedient way to do this. Like, it's turning out to be more trouble than it's worth. Because, like, I don't know, I have to drive all the way, I have to drive a couple miles to get there, and then I get there and there's never anything there. Yeah. But it says it's going to arrive at 8 p.m. through the post office? How's that even possible? Well, if I get something at 8 p.m., I'll do another stream later tonight. And I'll just I'll update you guys on whatever happens. That mine was supposed to be there yesterday, so I think Amazon might have their info wrong. Yeah, maybe a couple things are running a day late. I'm not sure. Can't be completely sure about that kind of stuff. Shipping's a funny thing. You never know when it's going to work out for you. Is there anybody else who maybe saw Crimson Peak or wanted to talk about anything tonight? Because I'm pretty much out of ideas. I've been ripping audio off of the original Thor movie all day for doing dub smashes. I think I've made it more than halfway through the movie, and it's got some heavy shit in it. Like, when you're looking for funny moments in the first Thor movie, there's some. You get some, but man, a couple of those Loki lines are just, there's no comedy there. It's just bad news. Tired of hearing about the movie. Alright, no more talking about Crimson Peak then. Yeah. There's plenty of reasons to avoid Tumblr, movie spoilers being one of them. What is the plot of Borderlands? I just started playing the first one, and while I like shooting things that then explode, I have no idea what's going on. So the idea of Borderlands is, you are an adventurer on sort of a scumbag planet, and a large corporation has commissioned you to find a way into this legendary vault that's supposed to be full of treasure, and you have to fight your way to the key, and then fight your way to the vault itself, and there's all this ancient alien technology, sort of like, that you find along the way, and everyone on the planet is crazy. They've all gone completely nuts. So you have to, like, just keep your head about you, and just listen to a lot of the dialogue. The first one's definitely not as clear on the plot line as the second one is. There's my beautiful neighbors being nice and respectful. Spoiler-free review. I like the first better. The shipping info, it's weird these days. The file box is supposed to arrive by the 20th. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they expedite it, sometimes they're late with it. You like the helmet? Nothing about the first Loki costume appeals to me. But the Avengers costume is in every way superior in my book. Looks kind of silly to me. Lost my super like for Tom's acting when I watched Last Lovers Left Alive. Came home to it smelling like my neighbor was trying to burn down her apartment. I missed this story. That's weird. Yeah, if you're smelling smoke, maybe go... You gotta air that place out. You don't want to sleep in a smoky apartment. You wake up with a sore throat tomorrow and end up feeling shitty for the rest of the week. No, if that's your taste, you like the upright horns rather than the forward ones, then that's good. I think it's an easier helmet to wear. I think if I had the original Thor helmet, I'd prefer it to the Avengers helmet. Hour to get into, and they had to have cooling tubes in the costumes. Oh, I'm sure every single costume in every Marvel movie has had to have cooling tubes put in it. Those costumes are all made out of, like, rubber. They're pretty much all rubber, and they have to be in them, like, all day. Very active, moving around very quickly, so... Yeah, I know Vision's costume has tubes in it. They all basically have cold water running through them. But, people have recommended it for my costume. It's like, oh, why don't you install a cooling system in your costume? And it's like, what do you think I am? How much money do you think I own in my life? I can't air condition a pair of pants on my budget, you crazy bastard. Yeah, I mean, whatever they've got running through those costumes is not anything that any cosplayers I know would be able to afford. So it's pretty low profile, and it seems to be a pretty effective way of doing stuff. Yeah. Well, the cooling vests, I don't know if that will work for more than a few minutes. And my costume is already so fitted to my body that I don't know if I'd be able to fit the costume over the vest is the problem. No, I'm not asking Helen to buy me a cooling system, because I don't even know what a cooling system looks like, and I don't know how to order it. But I'm doing fine with the costume I got. I can make it. Yeah, the new wicking shirts. Those'll work. That's the old school way. Just wear lighter, more synthetic fabric. That's about all I can do. But yeah, I think that's about all we're going to do tonight as far as the unboxing videos. Yeah, I definitely don't want to add more layers. I'm fine with not having more insulation in my costume. I did just wash it. I'm looking forward to wearing it this weekend to see if it starts to stink immediately. I feel like there's just hidden odor in it that I couldn't quite wash out the first time, so I wanna see how that works out. But it was nice to have it fresh and clean after that washing that I did on it. So, but cons in the winter should be super nice for you. Or do you still sweat? I mean, I sweat a little bit no matter what. It just traps the heat so well. But yeah, if it's cold out, I feel great in Loki. Like, it's so much easier to move around and stay in it all day. And last year, the best example was last year, the Disneyland Avengers run. They had a bunch of cosplayers come and stand on the sidelines of a marathon. We had to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was in, I think, November. And man, I felt so bad for a bunch of those lady cosplayers that had to, that were in tight-fitting spandex sort of stuff. Like, they had one layer on, and that wind was just blowing right through them, and you could see them just, like, teeth chattering, blue lips by the end of the morning, and I was just, like, as snug as a friggin' bug. I had a couple of people wrapped up in my cape for, like, an hour and a half just to keep them warm. What do I do to clean it? The Febreze, costumers don't recommend Febreze because it leaves a sticky residue after a while. So what I've been doing is I've been just filling up a tub with cold water, and then I put woolite, a cup of woolite in there, and then I just gently sort of massage, just kind of move it around in the water a little bit, and I try to get the water moving through it as much as possible. And the woolite does a good job de-stinking it, unstankifying it. So, yeah, Kat, please keep yourself warm at the upcoming Avengers run. If nothing else, just bring a space blanket that you can have for the first few hours of it, because when there's no one, like, half the time you're just standing there while there's no one running by. I ran out of Febreze, but Lysol fabric freshener. Yeah, I'm afraid of the harsh chemical ones. Yeah, I mean, the tough part is, from costume to costume, it's impossible to tell. Only you can know what's going to harm that fabric. Only you know what it's made out of. I've got a lot of glue on mine, so I was more concerned that all the glue was going to get unstuck. Steam would be exceptionally bad for the costume, yes, because of the vinyl. It's essentially fabric with rubber on it. That's what most of the leatherish stuff is. So steam would essentially melt all of the rubber, it would be like a deflated, like an old balloon. That's what my costume would start to look like crinkly, used balloon rubber. The Avengers run is just a marathon. It's a half marathon at Disneyland, and people pay however much money to run in this marathon, and since it's Disney, it's a lot of money. And the part of the charm is that they have cosplayers standing along the sidelines for a portion of the run to kind of cheer on the runners. It's just another marathon like any other marathon you've ever seen, but there's cosplayers on the sidelines. And a bunch of people wear their Captain America, Under Armour shirts or whatever, their Thor Under Armour shirts while they're running, but, there's nothing too spectacular about it. Interesting to clean, not to mention storing it. My theater teacher once told me that Febreze or anything like that is your best friend when working with a costume. Yeah, I mean, I've read a bunch of things about cleaning, and some people recommend the antibacterial Febreze. A lot of furries use the antibacterial Febreze, from what I understand, because they sweat like hell in those warm plush suits. But other theater people use actually vodka. They'll just put vodka or diluted vodka in a spray bottle and spray costumes with that, and that'll just kill a lot of the odor-causing bacteria. So it won't smell bad as much, but it won't remove stains. And the good thing is the vodka just evaporates after a while. It's got such a high alcohol content that it just evaporates pretty quickly without any scent being left behind. So that's what I was doing until my costumer recommended the woolite wash. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to start packing Zombicide stuff into that toolbox. And if a package happens to come in at 8 p.m. tonight, then I'll do another stream tonight. I may actually... I guess there's no reason in even trying to stream on the other computer at this point. I'm going to try to troubleshoot a little bit more. Damn it. Ugh, so frustrating. But we'll see what happens. But you guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again soon. Love you. Miss you. Goodbye.